Al Michaels back at Belmont Park in New York. Bob Baffert and company making their way from the stable area toward the paddock, still waiting for his horse. And here he is, the star of the show, emerging. Silver Charm begins his walkover. Let's take a look at the current odds. Silver Charm right now, odds on 4-5. The entry, Touch Gold and Wild Rush, 3-1. Crypto Star is 7-2. Free House is 5-1. By the way, the stewards have cleared John Velasquez despite the spill in the last race to ride Irish Silence. He'll be up on that horse, 27-1. Mr. Energizer is the longest shot on the board. His odds are 41-1. Silver Charm makes his way over, and we go to Jim McKay. Jim.
Well, Al, of course, as you know, we've been struck by the fact that the people around Silver Charm are a very close-knit group. They're a team in a very literal sense. We've come to know Bob Baffert and Bob Lewis very well, of course. But what about the others? What about the groom, the exercise rider, even the hot water walker who walks the horse round and round after a workout or a race? They're all important. And here they are.
I want everybody to think they're Michael Jordan in the front. That's what I want. I want the grooms, the riders. They're the best. They're part of the team. I want them to feel that confidence level that, you know, we're like, you know, we're bad. You know, we got some horses here that are tough, and that's what I try to keep in the barn. The grooms are the most important part of the whole situation. I mean, they're the backbone because they live with the horse, like Rudy, who's the groom for Silver Charm. I don't have to look at Silver Charm. If I look at Rudy in the morning, I say, Rudy, how's our horse? And he gives me the, oh, Bob, he's ready, man. That's all I need to know, because I know he knows that horse. He knows every inch of that horse. Rudy, how was he this morning?
Chilito?
Yeah.
Como chilito. Yeah.
Chilito. That's it. That means good.
He's a ready, but...
Larry is a big part of the organization. He knows the horse. I might tell him, take him out there and jog him, and he'll stop and turn him around and start galloping. But I know the reason he's doing this is he was too high. He's going to hurt himself. He'll call an audible, and he knows I'm not going to get mad about it because when he's on his back, he's in charge.
When I get on Silver Charm, I know I think to myself, we're going to win, we're going to win. And I think this in my mind all the time. And I picture ourselves winning. I picture myself in the winner's circle. I picture him in front at the wire.
The Silver Charm team is like a baseball team on a 2-month road trip right now. And that isn't easy.
I'm away from home, and sometimes I feel, wow, you know, God, geez, I'd love to be at home. And like my wife, she keeps telling me, you gotta, you know, be optimistic. This doesn't happen to very many people. And, you know, just keep your head up, and you guys are doing good.
There's a lot of money involved, the purses plus that $5 million bonus. And some small part of that, at least, will fall to Larry and to his co-workers. But really, the Silver Charm team is all about pride.
A lot of people talk, you know, and they say, hey, you know, you make a lot of money, but there's a lot more to it than that. You know, I'm going to have pictures and newspaper articles and stuff that I can give my kids, my grandchildren, forever.
Ed is like a walking encyclopedia when it comes to horse racing. We call him the Lucky Charm.
Ed Thomas has been around all right. He learned his trade under trainer Las Barrera, hot walking a firm, the last winner of the Triple Crown.
I've already worked with the Triple Crown winner. Silver Charm reminds me a lot of a firm. The way he stands and kind of meditates, and his personality is unique. I mean, I've only seen very few horses act the way he really does, you know. He's his own entity.
So it takes a team to win a Triple Crown. And you'd best enjoy it, because it comes but once in a lifetime. And they certainly seem to be doing that, but there is, of course, one more goal to be reached. Although Silver Charm is raced mostly in California, he's a Floridian by birth, having been foaled at the small farm of Scott and Diane Dudley in Ocala. His sire, Silver Buck, did much of his best running in New York, now stands at Silverleaf Farm near Ocala. Now, his dam, Bonnie's Poker, ran a remarkable 62 races, including 8 in a period of 27 days. She was quite a mare, was she? Well, it won't be very long now until the big event. Oh, by the way, an extra added feature today, ABC Sports is providing a live tote board feed right here from the Belmont Racetrack on America Online. You can see live odds and mutual pools as they change. The key word, of course, ABC Sports. Rudy the groom is walking Silver Charm over, and Silver Charm, obviously, there he is. Silver Charm obviously has learned the value as a star of making a delayed entrance. He had us all worried there for a few seconds. So that's the story as of now. It's all live. It's coming to you.
Beautiful shot from the Bud 1 airship looking down the paddock at Belmont Park. One of the horses in the race today, part of the Frank Stronach-owned entry, is a horse by the name of Wild Rush. 5 starts, 4 victories, trained by Richard Mandela, one of the very best in Richards with Charles C. Canty.
Well, Dick Mandela has also become something of a villain after he rudely interrupted Cigar's 16-race winning streak last year with Darren Go, and today he's going to try to slay another giant with this beautiful horse here, Wild Rush. And Dick, you've kept a low profile in all the Triple Crown races. We know you wouldn't be here if you didn't think you had very good reason.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, but sometimes we're wrong. I don't think I'm wrong here. I've got a colt that's won 4 out of 5 races and broke a track record last time, so I think he's a good horse. We'll find it out today.
He did that in the Illinois Derby going wire to wire. Same tactic today?
It looks like he'd be on the lead, but if somebody else was desperate and wanted it, we wouldn't fight for it. We'll leave that up to Jerry Bailey, the driver.
Okay. Good luck to you, and we'll go back now to Jim McKay.
All right, Charlesy. Let's take a look at a man who is a part of the history of Belmont Park. Woody Stevens, a trainer who won 5 Belmont stakes in a row. We will never see that again. And by the way, he announced his retirement, then came out here yesterday and ran a horse. It takes a man as well as a horse to win a Triple Crown. That achievement's the greatest moment in a jockey's career. And these are the 6 living riders who have won the Triple Crown. Johnny Longden is the oldest at 90. Steve Cawthon is still the youngest. And the most famous is a man I respect and admire. He's tough and he's sentimental. The one and only Eddie Arcaro.
You watch them guys playing over the television, they make putts I don't believe are real.
At age 81, those hands are still the hands of the man they called the Master when he was racing's most successful jockey. The famous hands grip a golf club instead of the reins these days, but his everlasting fame as a rider of champions is secure. The only rider to have won 2 Triple Crowns, 17 Triple Crown races.
When you're riding the best horses, you look awful good. Because when you're on a great horse, it's like you're having a good car. When you hit the accelerator, they go.
Well, Whirlaway was a wild, crazy colt until Arcaro tamed him. Then he became a national hero, his long tail flying behind him. Still, he worried Eddie in the Derby.
In the Derby, he got back there last. I didn't like it. I mean, man, I can't stand this any longer. I just started getting the reins together and tightening up on him. When I tightened up on him, he started fighting me. He wanted to go, which is what I needed. So then I could move him up and get him in position to when I dropped him down, he would fire. And if he did, he won the Derby by 3 or 4 or 5 lengths. And the Preakness, then again, Belmont, he just galloped all of them. He was just super pretty good.
In Eddie's day, most athletes had a picture of Betty Grable or Rita Hayworth taped to their lockers. Not Eddie. His inspiration was the great Citation.
It is Citation coming to the front. He's everything that said he was. He's going to win with his ears pricking.
He was a great horse. Citation was darn near human. He really was. He'd be running along, his ears flicking all over the place if you let him alone, till you hollered at him or hit him, tap him. But he'd be looking around, say, hey, sure, shift him, his bit in his mouth like that, and he'd get with it and go. I know he's the best one I ever rode.
Citation carried Eddie to his 2nd Triple Crown, that magic spring almost half a century ago. But it took man and horse together.
I was good, but I'm going to tell you, I had the best horses and the best trainers, and man, that could make you good.
Yeah, but you have to make those putts by yourself.
Beautiful putt.
The
man.
The man? No. Eddie is still the master.